Hello, my friends. Before I officially start this vlog, I just wanted to chat for a little bit. I've been off here for a while, and so I basically just wanted to kind of acknowledge everything that's been happening in the world, and especially in the US. Oh, there's Ginger. With the Black Lives Matter movement. That's been really front and center. I've been talking about it on Instagram a little bit, reposting things I find helpful and information that I find, but I just wanted to kind of mention it in the beginning of this vlog, since I haven't been on here for a little while. Yeah, through this whole thing, I have been learning a lot. I've been trying to educate myself, but mostly I have been listening to what my Black brothers and sisters have been saying. At some point, somebody said to me to not only listen, but listen with an open heart and listen without bringing your own opinions into the conversation first. And that has been really helpful advice because it is humbling and allows me to hear people without the self-centered kind of focus. That's kind of one of the main things I've been learning, is just not to center myself around the conversation, even in the words that I say, which is a good approach in life in general. So I basically just wanted to mention that. I wanted to say that I am listening, but also especially for my subscribers who are Black, that I am with you, fully in support of you, and will continue to be committed to bringing about racial equality, especially in my own personal life and in the circles and the communities that I'm involved in. So I might mention every once in a while some of the resources I find helpful. Right now, I'm currently reading this book called I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown, which so far I'm loving very much. I really enjoy reading from Black women because it reminds me that my experience is definitely not the only experience in the world. I think that is really important right now, to remember that there are people who experience the same world, the same country that I live in, completely differently from me, and that elevating those kind of voices is really important. I'll also link a couple podcasts that I listen to in the description box. So yes, I might mention a resource or something that I find useful every once in a while, but mostly I'm not going to give my own thoughts because I just want to uplift Black creators and people of color and mention their voices and the things that they're saying instead of giving my own opinion. So Alright, I'm gonna do a little plant tour like I talked about doing in one of my last videos. Here's Ginger. Ginger, say hi. Alright, so here's a couple of my plants that I keep on this little table next to my bed. I've got my snake plant, which I named Roxas. This little cactus, I forget what kind of cactus this is called, which I named Yehet. This one, which I just got the other day, which is a monkey tail cactus, and I have yet to name it. I've not decided yet what the name is. And then this one, which I can't remember if I bought this in a recent vlog, but I also have yet to name it. It's called a Peperomia Pixy plant, so I think I'm going to name it something about that. For some reason I can't think of a name for this one, so it has just remained unnamed. So I have those 4 plants on that table. And then on my desk I keep 3 little plants. There's my Baekhyun Delight album, which just came in the mail recently. This one is new and I named it Boo Boo, like the term of endearment, like BU. And then this one is one of my newer ones as well. It's named Bernini. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos after the sculptor. And this is one of my older succulents, which is named Soju. I just replanted this one within the past couple months since I got home from New York, and he is growing like crazy. So that's been really cute, which is why I decided to get this other succulent since I apparently know how to take care of succulents now. So yes, Soju, Bernini, and Boo Boo are on my desk. They just kind of sit there and live on my desk. Over here on one of my bookshelves, I have 2 plants technically. This is my cactus Mooney, which he's actually not doing so well. For some reason, when I repotted him, his roots don't really want to take into the new pot, so I think I might need a smaller pot. I think maybe it's too big for him. But the other plant that I have on here is actually one that I what do you call it? Like, it's a little air plant pup that grew on my other air plant. Like, this little baby plant grew out of my air plant, which is adorable. So cute. So I have him in some water there, and he's growing and has like drank up a lot of the water. Like, this was full all the way. So apparently he will grow into a full-size air plant. The air plant, that grew the other air plant, its name is Sokka. It hangs on my windowsill here next to this random photo of Baekhyun that I have hung up because I spilled coffee on it and I wanted it to dry. Yes, it was supposed to be for journal scraps, but then I just kind of left it there. Anyways, this is my air plant Sokka. He hangs in this cute little metal thing on my windowsill, and this one has actually bloomed in the past, and it was the wildest like plant flower I've ever seen. It looked so wild, and the flower lasted for like a year. Like, the same flower just like lived on the plant for like a year. So if I can find a photo, I will insert it. But the whole plant actually turned like pink. It was just, yeah, it was really cool. So that's my air plant Sokka. He's actually the only air plant I have until he grew the little baby pup, which will turn into my second air plant. And lastly, over here on this bookshelf, this one, I have actually my favorite plant. He's a little Pathos Plant. He has been so happy since I came home from New York, just growing so quickly. This one is named Kyungdude. Kyung, like Kyungsu, Kyung, and then Dude, D00D. It's a long story. I think it was a co-naming effort with me and Elias. Elias helped me name this plant. So yes, he's actually my favorite. And he's not potted in this metal plant. He is just sitting in there. So eventually I will need a more permanent pot for him, but I would kind of like to have like a hanging thing for him because the vines will trail down, and you can already see it like kind of wants to start doing that. So yes, this is my Pathos plant. I want another Pathos plant because I love Kyungdude so much. So yes, he is thriving. This basket that will hang. The plant that I want to put in it is a string of pearls plant, and the last time I went to a nursery, I couldn't find one, which was very sad because then as soon as we left, my mom said that she'd seen one. Like, I showed her a picture and she was like, oh, I saw that. So anyways, very soon I will have a string of pearls plant that will hang in this cute little basket. But for now, it is just sitting on my floor because my Pathos Plant Kyungdude is too small to go in here yet. So, yep, that's that. That is the end. Before I end this little plant segment, I will say that one of my other plant books is over here next to the succulents and bernini, and it's called Happy Houseplants, and it's really cute. It has really prettily illustrated houseplants inside and then how to care for them. So that's where I get most of my info on how to take care of my houseplants, is that book and the other two that I showed earlier. Those kind of books are really helpful because I can always refer back to it if I forget, like, how often I need to water or what type of sunlight they like, etc.